Okay, so usually I'm behind the camera and not in front of it, but I thought it was important to talk about what happened yesterday. I was invited to City Hall for the mayoral election results as a guest, and I use a wheelchair when I go out because I've recently had spinal surgery, which is still causing me a lot of problems. Like, I'm in agony all the time, so I have to use a wheelchair when I go out. They showed us to the front where Sadiq Khan would have been right in front of me, basically. And that was where, like, the wheelchair access is and all that. Looking back, I don't think they were really bothered about me being able to see. We were, the person that was wheeling me about, we were approached by 3 of Khan's henchmen, and they told us to follow them. So we did. They put us in a room and walked out and locked us in there. There were 2 other guards, or whatever you want to call them, in there. I asked them several times why we were in there, why they were detaining us, and they wouldn't answer. They wouldn't answer me. They wouldn't give me an answer at all. I probably asked about 8 times, I think. I then said, can I just go then? If I can't go back out there, then I'll go outside. I don't want to be locked in a room like a fucking animal. So they left us in there for a few minutes, and when they came back in, they said follow us, and again we asked for an explanation. We said, what's going on? We need to know what's going on. You've just taken us out of the crowd for no reason and locked us in a room. And they said, no, follow us, we're not going to tell you anything. So we followed them into the next room, and we stopped, and I said to them, I'm not going anywhere until you tell me why you're taking us out. Like, I've been invited here, I've got a right to be here. Why am I being chucked out? They wouldn't tell us. They said, follow us and we'll tell you. They said, well, you've said that twice already. We just want an explanation. It's not that hard. Just give us an explanation. They then started threatening us and said, if you do not come with us, we will forcibly remove you. And I said, I just want to know why. I'm not moving until you tell me. He then grabbed my arm and I told him not to touch me. And then he was just sort of saying, you know, you need to go, you need to go. They just wouldn't give us, they wouldn't tell us why. And then he grabbed my wheelchair, and I sort of, like, you know, I pushed his hand away and said, don't fucking touch my wheelchair. Because as far as I'm concerned, he doesn't know what's wrong with me. Like, he shouldn't be grabbing up my wheelchair. Like, I've got a spinal injury. It's just a serious fucking thing. It's not, you know what I mean? It's not a broken fucking leg. It's my spinal cord, man. And it really hurts. If I'm being, like, yanked about and stuff, it hurts badly. So in the end, we followed them because we weren't getting anywhere anyway. So we got chucked out of the fire exit, and when we approached the fire exit, I saw a crap load of police, obviously. and a few more of his henchmen. And when we got to the step, it was quite a big step out. So the person that was wheeling me slowed down. One of his henchmen grabbed my wheelchair and tried to force it forward. And I said to him, "Get off me." He still didn't. I said, "Get off me." He still didn't. So I kicked him, basically, because he was yanking at my wheelchair and yanking my back. So, and I did that in front of 6 police officers, and they didn't do anything because they blatantly knew it was self-defense. And do you know what? They didn't do anything either. They didn't do anything to him. Like, they should have stopped him from doing that, but they didn't. They stood there and did nothing. And to be honest, I'm surprised I didn't get arrested, but I didn't. I think the wheelchair helps with that, to be honest. Sorry, I've made notes because I'm such a fucking scatterbrain. But basically, you know, we asked them several times what happened. When we finally got out, the police said what happened, and they said she had made racial remarks. So I said, when did I do that? I asked 3 or 4 times. I said, when did I do that? He didn't answer me. I said, okay, what did I say then? Tell me that at least. Tell me what I said that was racist. Because all I was doing there was sitting at the front, and I wasn't saying a fucking word because I was seething. I was so angry that Sadiq Khan had got back in that I couldn't even speak because I was so angry. And I was just waiting for him to come out, and I could just imagine his smug face when he come out, and it was just making me so angry. But anyone that knows me knows that I'm not racist. And I mean, even on my TikTok comments, when people talk about Muslims and stuff, I always say they're affected by ULEZ as well. They have businesses, they have cars. It's not like they're going to vote for him just because he's a Muslim. So I've always done that. You know, and then to be called racist is just a fucking joke. Like, I don't understand it. And I mean, that's just lying to the police. That's a serious crime as far as I'm concerned. But I feel like Sadiq, I mean, that was definitely Sadiq Khan's orders, 100%, because he knew exactly who I was before I even went in there. When they checked my ID or I put my name down or whatever, they knew exactly who I was. I've been protesting ULEZ for the last year. I went to People's Question Time. I heckled the crap out of him because he deserves it. Because he never answers questions. He lies through his teeth constantly. And he's allowed to get away with it. Everybody allows him to get away with it. So, and then we also took the Carnivan to a couple of places as well. So he knows who I am. He knows exactly who I am. And that was a complete setup. It was a complete setup because if you watch the mayoral results, I'll try and clip it onto the end of this. You could hear me shouting in the background when the guy grabbed my wheelchair. I said, "Get the fuck off my wheelchair." And then Sadiq Khan looked where I was shouting and then looked at who I was a guest of. And then when he turned round, he's like laughing. You can see him laughing, and then he's like putting his hand to his mouth to like try and hide it. And in another video, like I saw someone else's video, as he walks past, like all the candidates are walking past, they don't even look in that room. When the room I was in, when he walked past, he looked directly into it. So it was his orders. He told them to do that to me, to someone in a wheelchair. He got his henchmen to be physically... they assaulted me. There's no doubt about it. I mean, I've made a police report against them because I'm now being investigated by the police by them. Don't even know what for, to be honest, but the police don't protect the public. The public, they protect Khan. And that's been made so clear over the last year. So clear. If you've watched any of my videos, you can, it's right in front of your face. It's corruption at its best or at its worst. And London is done now. So anyone that voted for Sadiq Khan, shame on you. Shame on you. Because you know what? How many more kids are going to get stabbed? How many more kids are going to get stabbed and die before they even get to live their lives, before they even get to finish school? And, like, you know, you can expect council tax to go up and up and up and up and up. You can expect that. You can expect fucking more shitty, expensive, unreliable, polluted transport. Like, he goes on about pollution. Check your underground, mate. It's the most polluted and the most expensive in the world. In the world. And yet he goes on about cars. You can expect pay per mile. So that will be electric cars as well. That won't just be non-compliant cars. That'll be all cars. So London's fucked now. It's done. It's done. And the only way we're going to get past this is if people stand up and go against the government, which isn't going to happen because people in Britain don't have a backbone anymore. And it's embarrassing, to be honest. I think it's embarrassing. People need to stand up to these people and don't let it happen. And I tell you what, I'm not going to let this go. I will make him pay for this. I promise you that. He's not getting away with it. Like, I am so sick of this corrupt, lying, cheating, fucking arsehole government wankers. Like, how is nobody else getting so angry about this that they want to do something worthwhile about it instead of just sitting at home watching fucking TV, man? It's fucked. So, that's it, yeah. I can't believe he's got back in, to be honest, but I kind of knew it was going to happen, but by so much. Either it's just all Gen Z and fucking middle-aged white cyclists, which I've said all along, or it's rigged. 100% it's rigged. Because money fucking buys anything. And we all know that fucking arsehole is rich. Rich as fuck.